Hello, my name is Jens, welcome to the channel, and today I'm doing something a little bit different and actually the first time I'm doing it ever, this kind of video, so hopefully I'll do alright. But basically I'm going to be doing a rundown of to newcomers to Twitch if you wanted to start Twitch streaming. This is kind of a basic setup of what you need to know and what you might want to know. But yeah, hopefully I'll cover everything. I do have a PowerPoint presentation that I've done for a friend, but I have made readily available to anyone really, and it's kind of just a written format of what I'm explaining right now, and maybe even more that I might have missed out. So that'll be in the description link below. And yeah, hopefully I'll cover everything. I won't cover actually saying that I probably will miss a lot of things. This is a quite basic guideline or even walkthrough of the platform Twitch itself, so it will take some practice and just looking on the platform yourself, but everything is quite self-explanatory. The big boy really when it comes to Twitch is setting up OBS and scenes and etc, but I think that'll be another video. If you guys are interested, I can do that for you. But anyways, let's carry on to the actual video itself. So here is the channel. This is my channel. This is probably what you see if you come to my channel, but it's a list of a very basic list of the broadcasts, the games I've played recently, and then the streamers I recommend. And usually there is a channel trailer. It varies on person to person. Some people don't have trailers, some people do. I don't, purely because I just haven't gotten around to it and I'm not sure if I want to. But yeah, it plays whenever someone comes to your channel, and it's a good opportunity for you to showcase what you do. So maybe a highlight reel or you talking to the camera explaining what you like to play, etc. and so forth. And then we've got the about section. So this is kind of where you want to personalize your stream. Usually you do want an about section, so explaining who you are, what you do, what sort of games you play, anything of interest, you want to put it there. And then some streamers would have a donate and a sub section, so a link to direct people to a donation link or a subscription link. You don't have to do this. This is all definitely up to you. It's up to you solely. And yeah, there is a social link, so I usually link with my other socials for people to have a look. And I'm very lucky to have sponsors, so I've got my Corsair and AMD sections here to lead people to their websites. And then here's my schedule section and also a rules section, which I think is quite handy for those newcomers. There is within the creator dashboard, when a new person comes to your stream, just before they chat, a little pop-up comes up in the chat and tells them about the rules of your channel, and they have to click OK for them to then continue chatting. And it's just a nice way to kind of set the line of what you tolerate and don't tolerate in your stream. So yeah, a nice thing to have as well on this page. This guy here is an extension which I can go on later, but it's basically Twitch has a various amount of extensions that can lead to other sections or websites, such as a Twitter extension that shows your Twitter feed, Instagram section that shows your Instagram feed, and so on. So have a look at the extensions, see what you're looking for, see what you want to show on this page, and there's some really cool ones. Here we go to the schedule section that I am very bad at updating, but a very good tool, because one of the things I would recommend if you're a newcomer to streams is having a schedule, telling people when you're going to be live, what time you're going to be live, so that they know when to come and visit your stream, because not always does the notifications trigger for some people. So it's a good way to guide people, and if you're that prepared, you can also list what games you'll be playing on that day as well. So a good tool for people to use. And then we've got the video section, which is where you'll find all your scheduled your previous broadcasts, aka your VODs, that people can watch. But if you're new to Twitch, you have to select the button that says you want to keep your VODs saved. I have had the mistake of not clicking that button, so I don't have my first ever Twitch stream, which is a shame, but that's fine. So yeah, you'll find this, and you'll find any playlists that you personally have made in here. So I've got my celebration streams, which I haven't added to, but you can add custom playlists, and this is also where you'll find the clips, some of the clips. So yeah, that's pretty much this section itself. We'll then go on to the dashboard, which is pretty much where you spend a lot of time in. So if you go to your right profile photo and you go to your creator dashboard, and here is where you find your stats, basically. I won't go through them in a lot of detail. I'll just go over what they do and sort of the important parts that you might want to know about. So when you start a Twitch stream, you want to go to this edit stream info, and this is where you do your title. So a title is shown on Twitch, and that's just the title of the stream, so you can go on and explain first time playing this game, or trying to do yada yada challenge in this game, you know, just anything really. Keep it clean and keep it precise, because if you write a whole essay, no one's going to be able to read the whole thing because it usually gets cut out. The go live notifications, so this often comes up, for me anyways, it comes up on my phone, and it will tell me this little section. It says Jensling has gone live, and then under that, actually Jens has gone live because I did a name change. Jens has gone live, and then under that it will say this go live notification. So usually I kind of like to do basically a copy of the title, because the title won't be shown on that little pop-up. So a little brief summary or explanation of the stream, or like it can be anything. It can really be anything. Category. So this is where you select the category. So if you're playing a game such as Dark Souls, oops, wrong keyboard. If you're playing a game such as Dark Souls, this is where you go find it. So obviously there's a lot of games that start with dark, but if you're specifically playing Dark Souls 3, then you want to click that. Usually not all games will be up on there, especially certain indie games, certain smaller games won't be on there, and if that's the case, then go to demos. Games and demos, that's kind of like a good coverage of the category. You do want to be in the right category, so you don't always want to be in the just chatting section, which is usually where I go when I start a stream, because that's where I chat to my viewers for a couple of minutes, and then I'll go to the game category when I change to the games. Purely because then if someone was looking for a streamer playing a certain game, such as Dark Souls, then they'd probably look for the Dark Souls category. And if you were playing Dark Souls but you were on the just chatting section, then they won't find you. So it's kind of like you should be in that category, so that those interested in that game will then easily then find you. Words. Audience. Here is a section where you can click to broadcast to everyone or to subs only. I've never done the sub only section, so no idea how that works, but it basically locks out anyone who isn't a sub to be able to watch the stream. So I wouldn't recommend this to newcomers, because especially if you're first to Twitch, then you won't have any subs. But just as a rule, you should, if you want to do this, you might as well open yourself up to a bigger audience than limiting your audience itself. Tags. So here you can select a certain amount of tags. I believe it's 5. So I've got AMA, Ask Me Anything, and Let's Play. There's also First Playthrough, which is a good one to use if you're playing a game for the first time. I believe there's cooperative, there's competition, there's a lot. I couldn't tell you all of them, but go look at the list and see what relates to your stream and what you're doing, and it's a good way to, I actually don't know how much this helps in terms of viewership, but it's just, you might as well do it. And then stream language. So yeah, then it'll tell you the stream info updated successfully. That's when you know you've done it correctly. What else? So here, up top here, we've got the session. So when you go live and if you have the creator dashboard going, the session number will go up. So that's kind of like your time streamed. So that'll go up. Viewers, pretty self-explanatory. That's how many viewers you've got right now. Views is your total amount of views on your channel. That's what that is. Followers, how many followers you have. Bitrate is the output of bitrate you're doing to Twitch, which if you are not a partner, I believe the recommended amount of bitrate would be 2K, 2000 or 3000. If you're a partner, you should be going around 5,000 minimum, because partners do get priority for the bitrate. So that's why we're able to stream at a higher bitrate without any issues. If you are a non-partnered or affiliate streamer and you go for a 5,000 bitrate, your stream will likely be buffering a lot for people, and that isn't a good thing, as it then puts a barrier to newcomers. So you kind of want to make it, and also with Aussie internet, you just never know. So put it at 2,000, something safe that anyone can load and watch without any interruption is the good way to go. Subs, how many subs you've got? Sub points. So certain subs, so tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 all have different number of points. So and I cannot tell you off the top of my head, but the sub points then lead to how many emotes you can unlock. So it'll unlock at one emote will unlock at a certain amount, and then the next one will unlock at a certain amount. You'll see it throughout your time on Twitch. Pre-roll is if you have ads. I believe if you play 3 minutes of ads per hour, it will then tell you how much time off the pre-roll you have. And pre-roll means if a newcomer comes to your stream, they often get an ad if they are not subbed. And so by doing ads, you then allow yourself to take off that pre-roll ad for them, so that they can join in and not have an ad first thing. I don't play ads personally, so it is definitely a preference. I think also if you're a newcomer, I don't think you should bother with ads. You don't get too much money out of it, and you're putting another barrier to newcomers to your stream. So personally, I think take it off. Also, just before continuing, as I've been talking about stats here a little bit, as a newcomer, try not to stress about stats. I know it feels like it's everything, but if you're doing it as a hobby or you're testing out the waters, if you want to be a Twitch streamer and this is something you want to do keep in mind it's not an easy career. It definitely takes time to build a community, and sometimes you will, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you can get lucky, and sometimes it might take you longer than you expect. So do keep that in mind, and please try not to stress about subs. I'm definitely not immune to that. I've had my days, and I still have my days where I get mentally down about sub counts or follower counts or whatever. And that's normal, but try your best to not care about that, I guess. Just try. All right, moving on, insights. So in this tab here, this is where you find all your analytics. So this will show you how much money you've gained in a stream, how much your viewership, how it goes up or down, and it'll show you throughout either like a day, a week, a month, a year, etc. I'm not going to go into this too much, but it's very explanatory. It will tell you a lot of information about your stream that, again, take it with a grain of salt. Don't take it personally. That's all I'm going to say. Achievements is basically Twitch has a list of achievements that they've set out, and it tells you your progress on each achievement and the ones you have already achieved. So if you use that as a nice motivator, that's there for you to use. Moving on to community, this is where you can find your mods. So one thing I do recommend is having mods in your channel, as they can filter out any baddies in the stream that don't comply to your morals and etc., or is bullying you, whatever. They can ban them. So that's where you'll find your list of mods, and VIPs as well, which is a new thing that Twitch have done, and it's basically just a VIP badge on to someone. Activity, don't really need to worry about that. That kind of just tells you what you've done to the stream, like changing a title, changing a game, all that stuff. And follow list, which is the list of your followers. Content, video producer, collections and clips. That's basically, we've already spoken about that, but that's where you'll find all your VODs, all your clips that you've made, and your collections, which I believe are your playlists. And then settings. So here you'll find 4 settings for your stream, channel, mods, and partner. You might not find the partner settings just yet, but essentially these are the nitty-gritties in terms of how it's run. I will go to the stream setting because this is where you'll find this section here. Store your past podcasts. Do click that on if you want to save your podcast. Also, another thing, do not ever show this primary stream key to anyone. Never, never, never. And don't accidentally reset it either. If you do, that's fine. Just put it back onto your OBS. But yeah, don't show that to anyone. Disconnection protection happens when, if your stream for some reason cuts off, Twitch will give you a little page on the screen to viewers saying that you have a disconnection problem, and they'll have that on for 90 seconds. Hopefully that you can fix your issue within 90 seconds, and it'll still keep you live for those 90 seconds. If you fail to come back live within the 90 seconds, then your stream will be cut offline, not cut forever. So that's just a little, I guess, safeguard. Enable clips. People can make clips of your channel. If you want that on, then click that on. No harm having that on. And yeah, these are all pretty explanatory. Raids, allow all raids. Do allow all raids if you're a newcomer. Let people raid you. That's a good way to find new people. I will explain what the term raid means, because I know that might be a new term for some people. What's this one? Channel. This is bio, all that jazz. Your social links that will show up on here, like that. And then your schedule you can edit here. Moderation is how strict your auto mods can be. This is where you do your chat rules and so forth. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I need to explain. And over here is the extensions tab. So here is where you can find a list of extensions that Twitch can provide that you might want to use, such as a Streamlabs stream schedule, the Twitter thing that I mentioned, and anything else really. So have a look through that. There are some handy ones, and it's pretty easy to set up. And this is your list of extensions that you might want to use. You have installed. You just need to activate it and set it as a panel or a component. The difference between a panel and a component is the panels are what you see in the About Me section, and component is like an overlay, I believe. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And I think that is everything. Yeah, I think that's everything. I basically have it all written down on the document linked below, but that's pretty much everything when it comes to this Twitch dashboard. There's also other stuff like Nightbot, which I guess I can kind of run through now, but if you guys have seen, there's my chat rules. If you guys have seen on certain channels, there are commands. So I do it through a thing called Nightbot, which you can go to Google and find Nightbot itself, and you just link that to your channel, and that can give you some commands. So if you want a mod or yourself to easily change the game to just chatting, You don't always have to go to this Twitch dashboard. You can just do it in chat by doing !game and then just chatting. And then it updates to just chatting. It's a good way for the mods to do this, as they don't have access to your dashboard, so they can do this through the Twitch chat. And then it gets a little bit more complicated by adding stuff such as like death counters and all that. And I couldn't tell you how to do that myself, but I'm sure you just Google it and it'll explain how to do that. But yeah, that's commands. Very, very quickly running through commands. A raid, I wanted to explain what a raid is. So if you wanted to raid someone, you do /raid and then you type in their channel, such as Bajo. And then you can press enter and then the raid begins. So a raid basically takes, after your stream, Twitch streamers often raid people as just a nice thing to do, I guess, as a spread of community, a spread of viewers. So if you want to raid someone you really like watching, you can do that. It basically sends all your viewers on your stream over to their stream, which is a nice thing to do. You can also host people, which is slightly different. So if the difference between host and a raid is a host leaves you on your channel, except instead of this screen, you'll see the hosted channel, so it'll be Bajo's screen on the front. But your viewers do not get pushed to that chat, it will stay here. A raid will be, it pushes everyone out to that chat, so then you end up in Bajo's channel chat, if that makes sense. It'll make sense after you do it a couple of times. It's pretty straightforward. I'm just terrible at explaining things. But I think that's everything. Do let me know if I've missed anything. If you guys want to if you guys have any questions, let me know. I can talk about Streamlabs, which is the I guess the donation section that I use. There's also Stream Elements, which is also another version of Streamlabs. And then the big boy of OBS. I don't use XSplit or Slobs, which is Streamlabs OBS, but as a newcomer, most people tend to use Streamlabs OBS as it's pretty user-friendly, and I guess it kind of lays out what you need to do and how to do it. So it's quite easy for beginners. But then you might want to then change to OBS, which is its standalone version, which Bajo and I use, and it's a little complicated, but not that bad. Not that bad at all. It just seems daunting at the beginning. So if you guys are interested in that, do let me know. But yeah, hopefully I've given you some new information that you have not known already. If not, then sorry. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know how you go. Good luck, and yeah. Oh, I guess before I say goodbye, just a tip for newcomers. If you're new to stream and want to stream, consider streaming with someone over Discord call if you're playing a multiplayer game, as sometimes maybe if worst case there isn't anyone in a chat, you're not then sitting in silence, as it's hard to talk to chat. But if there is no chat, then who do you talk to? Right? So one thing you can do is have someone, a good friend of yours that you like to game with, play a game with them over Discord. But if someone does end up coming into chat and talking to you, don't ignore them, engage with them, but don't go like too crazy in the sense of like asking them about their life story and all that. You know, just have it like a friendly conversation. And yeah, play games that you really like. So games that you're passionate about and you really like talking about, play those sorts of games. Don't need to play the meta of Twitch of playing games that are really popular right now, because yes, that can be good because then a lot of people are trying to watch that game, but also you're then competing with the biggest streamers who are playing that game. So there's a little bit of strategy in that sense, that you want to play the category game. So you want to be like fairly high in the category. So if you're playing a game that not a lot of people are playing, then you'll be maybe like there's only 5 streamers in there, then you'll be one of them. but then, yeah, I don't know. It's very confusing, but play games that you want to play, really, is the bottom line. What else? Try not to worry about stats. Stats can be very, very stressful, and it can seriously drain your mental health. And people know when you're not happy subconsciously, and that's not a good thing to portray out there. I guess as a general rule, it's not nice to beg for money or subs, but you can encourage people by having commands that will tell you every 10 minutes it'll pop up. A command will be like, hey, you can sub here, or you can use a Twitch Prime here, and that sort of stuff. Because, you know, you don't want to be too pushy, but you also I understand if that's something that you want to put out there as well. Also, don't expect a lot of success in the beginning. Streaming might seem easy. Some people make it look very easy, but in the reality of things, it's a tough industry because there's just so many people in the industry. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you will fail. Just know that, you know, especially now with so many streamers out there, it's a hard thing to get into, but and get into good, but you never know. You might be the lucky one. So do it as a hobby, do it for fun, and then see how you go. Don't drop your education or your job for it, because you just never know. You never know what will happen. But yeah, good luck, have fun, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.